Three girls and their fears. And their fears. And their Once upon a time, there were three girls: Olivia, Megan, and Celeste. The three girls were inseparable since childhood. Their parents had met in college and have been in contact ever since. So normally their kids would grow up together. The three girls had a lot of things in common: the same birthday, zodiac sign, and interest, but their external appearance looked nothing alike. Olivia had green eyes and ginger long hair. Megan had curly hair and blue eyes. Celeste had dark short hair and very dark eyes. A typical day for them would be to wake up at 8 a.m., meet at the bus stop, and walk from there to school. After school, the girls would walk to the bus stop, and their parents would be there to pick them up and return to their house. So one day, the girls met as usual at the bus stop and started walking. Suddenly, they saw a doll in the middle of the road. Olivia immediately picked it up. Megan and Celeste followed her slowly because they were a little scared. The doll had green eyes, ginger long hair, and was wearing a red dress, like the scary dolls you see in the movies. After a long time of just looking at it, they decided to get the doll with them since they believed nothing could happen to them, or so they thought. Couple of hours later, school ended, and before the girls could leave, somebody shouted, "Oh my God, it's a creepy doll." The girls ran to see for themselves, and just like that, they had seen a doll again. This time the doll had curly hair and blue eyes, just like Megan. But again, they didn't think anything of it, and took the doll. On their way home, they noticed once again another doll with short dark hair and extremely dark eyes. Since Megan and Olivia already had a doll that was identical to them, Celeste thought it would be a nice idea to take the doll that was identical to her so that the three girls could match. When they arrived at the bus stop, they were only Olivia's parents waiting for them. Olivia's mom suggested they would have a sleepover at their house since it was Friday. When Olivia's mom asked about the dolls, the girls said that they made them during art class so that she wouldn't be worried. She believed the girls and drove them to their house. They got to the house, and the girls immediately go to Olivia's room to discuss what they would do with the dolls. As they were talking, they were called out by Olivia's mother. It was time for dinner. They quickly put the dolls in a safe place and headed downstairs. After dinner, they went back to their room to decide about the dolls. They couldn't find them. They searched everywhere, but nothing. They even asked Olivia's parents and siblings, but no one had seen anything. Just like that, without suspecting a thing, the three girls went straight to bed. At first, everything seemed normal. Everyone at the house was asleep. All of a sudden, it started pouring rain. Not a lot of minutes later, it started raining with storms. Olivia started screaming so loud it woke the whole family up. She was terrified of storms. The girls ran to the balcony to see what was going on, and noticed the doll that looked like Olivia was standing there. The, the girls were frightened, but did not want to talk about what they saw to Olivia's parents. After a few hours later, the rain suddenly stopped, and the doll disappeared. Straight after the rain stopped, all of the lights went down. There had been a power failure. Out of nowhere, mice started running towards the girls. Megan was afraid of the dark, and Celeste was afraid of mice. The three girls started running as fast as they could outside of the house, only to see the two remaining dolls just standing there. Eventually, the power went back up. With hesitation, the girls went back to the house to see if the mice were still there. But nothing. Celeste ran back to the balcony to see if the dolls were still there, but they weren't. They also disappeared. Everything was back to normal. Olivia, Megan, and Celeste could not explain what has happened, or how could the dolls know about their fears. The next day, the girls woke up, still shocked with what happened the night before. They couldn't even bear the fact that something so unreal had happened to them. Talking about it wasn't going to explain anything, so the girls didn't even bring it up. Celeste checked the spot that they put the dolls before they disappeared, and they were still there. The girls got even more scared. It was like nothing ever happened. The end.